Hello and welcome, Rayclastians, to a little build showcase. This is the Scion Frostbomb Instability build. I'm only level 94. This is not a good build. I do not recommend anybody play this. It is, however, very cool looking and a bit of fun. This is my end league fuck around build for whatever. So the idea here is that I really like the idea of abyssal jewels, and I've always wanted to make something unique, my own build, something different, and maximize abyssal jewels. So as you can see on the gear here, we have as many abyssal jewels as possible, as well as the tree and a bunch of them. So we have in total 14 abyssal jewels, I believe. So each one gives us 3% life, mana, and 4% LE pen. So with 14, that gives us 54% LE pen and a bunch of life. So we only have like 3 small life nodes, and we've got 4,500 life, which is quite nice. Don't need to index into that too much. So why abyssal jewels? Because they have a bunch of modifiers, right? So you can get like up to 4, 5, 6 affixes, depending if they synth, if they're corrupted, and some of them can solve some cool problems. You know, you can get element immunity with shock avoidance and storm shroud. You can get poison. You can get bleeding, all that good stuff. As you can see here, for example, 50% bleeding, 50% poison. You get one more of those, and you're poison and bleeding immune. And I'm pretty much immune to everything with that. With these. The rest of them just pretty much have some quality of life that I needed to plug some holes for res, and the rest are like crit multi, a bit of life, whatever, nothing amazing, but a bunch of shit, right? The build isn't the tankiest, but it'll survive. I'll do a quick showcase for you. So we're just running Arctic Armor and Determination with Enlighten and Immortal Call with cost and damage taken, but Zealotry and what's another aura? Go one more. 4, right? Haste. Haste for cost speed, right? You need a bit of cost speed on this build because the cooldown is 0, but there is a cost speed which, if you don't have enough cost speed, it does feel a bit sticky. So a bit of investment cost speed makes it feel better. So obviously using Shroud of the Lightless, we don't have a 6th link there, so we need to get a staff, and this allows us to use, well, kind of pigeonholes us into using the Annihilating Light, because we're elemental. This gives us triple elemental damage. With the elemental mastery, we get inversion, chance for inversion, should I say, and with the elemental pen, it gives us a chance to do like 5 times damage. With the crit multi and stuff, it can get quite nice. As you can see here, the clear on smaller monsters is pretty cool, but when you get to rare monsters, it's a bit of a fuck up. This is full map mod effect, Rogue Exiles boxes, by the way, so they are a bit stronger than average, I guess. This is the same same atlas that I was using for my main character, which is multi-mirror build. So you can see that the Mage Blood just fixes the defensive issues, so armor, evasion, res. Res is super necessary because the Annihilating Light reduces your resistances by 60%. So every 1%, every 3% res that you get is like getting 1%. So you got to get a bunch, and it can cause some issues. But the Abyssal Jewels do solve that issue. But the less Abyssal Jewel affixes you use on res, the more you can use it on damage, which is cool. So you can keep playing and swapping them in and out, depending on what you need. I'm immune to all that shit anyway, so I can take this. It's not immortal, and it doesn't do a billion DPS, but it is cool, and that's the whole point. Okay, you get the idea. Let's have a quick look at some of the gear shit and stuff. So, Frostblink, Wintry Blast, faster casting, that just allows us to move around faster, and it does index into the cold, gives us some extra chill, and try not to move, because when you do this then you'll remain stationary, and when you remain stationary it's good for Arctic armor, and it's also good for your Pantheon, so it gives us additional defenses by moving this way. And yeah, there's nothing really else to say about that shit, it's quite standard. So you can see our tree looks very fucking weird. This is because we're trying to get as many sockets for our Abyssal Jewels as possible. So we're going everywhere here. We've got a shitty Watcher's Eye, doesn't really help us too much. We need an upgrade there. A little bit of mana issues, so a bit index there. And yeah, so you can see that the two large portions here are clusters. So we have elemental cluster jewels here, and these are just to give us some whatever, some extra res, AoE. AoE is good for overlap. Gives us, actually this one's important here, Doriani's Lesson for Life Leech, which is, this is like the only source, or one of the only sources, because we don't want to waste the glove implicit. And we just run extra here, regen, because we need some way to keep our life. We don't want to use life loss, right? That's pretty damn. And the rest is some extra shit, right? And then the medium ones are crit and crit multi, so yeah, these are not perfect by any means either. They just give us some crit multi and chance for double damage, crit chance, and importantly, the Abyssal Jewel sockets, right? So normal Abyssal Jewels just roll up to 4, right? 2 prefixes, 2 suffixes. You can get the you can get up to 6 if they're corrupted with the, what's this fucking node? I can't remember which one it is. I think it's this one. Can't remember which node it is, but there's an Abyssal node that gives up to 6 when they drop corrupted. Then, but that also eliminates the possibility if you did the 4 with the normal corrupted implicit or double corrupted implicit from temples, you can get up to 6 there, and also you get the option of some synthesized ones, which give you even more opportunity for implicits. Implicits are really cool, so you can get crit chance, you can get mana reservation, you can get, you know, life, and corrupted blood is really cool and easy access to. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the most part. This is not in any way, shape, or form optimized. This is not a good build, as I said before. So I do not recommend anyone doing this as a, wow, I'm gonna do so well in the game. But you can do this as in, whoa, this is cool, check it out, I go zoom and I do boom, right? These narrow passageways are actually very advantageous for us, in the sense that the Frostbombs don't have an open area to go, which means that they land closer to each other to give us more overlap. So it might even look better than it actually is, which is, again, not great. We can tank a little bit, it's not amazing, but we can do stuff, yeah, and that's the idea. Many Abyssal Jewels Scion build. I'm only level 94, so there's still quite a bit ways to go.